These people are taking the private, confidential information of your children.
And amazingly, they're not even trying to hide it.
They're not hiding it. They're not hiding it.
They don't even care that you know. Bill Gates is pretty open and honest about it.
And here's here's Bill Gates. Listen to this.
In terms of standards, the state-led Common Core State Standards Initiative is developing clear, rigorous standards that will match the best in the world.
Not true.
Last month, 46 governors and chief state school officers made a public commitment to embrace those standards. This is encouraging, but identifying common standards is just the starting point.
Right.
Listen.
We'll only know if this effort has succeeded when the curriculum and tests are aligned to these standards. Secretary Arne Duncan recently announced that $350 million of the stimulus package will be used to create just these kinds of tests.
Think of that, $350 million from stimulus, $200 million now from Gates. I don't know how much from Yahoo.
And Google.
But we're easily at $600 or $700 million right now.
Yeah,
we might be close to $1 billion.
No, it is stunning. And by the way, what Bill Gates is announcing, the White House has in past said that's not true. We're not doing any of that stuff. We're not doing any of that stuff. I mean, everything that he's
Gates
talking about.
Oh, he spills it all here.
Yeah, and listen to what he's about to say.
Next generation assessments aligned to the Common Core. When the tests are aligned to the common standards, the curriculum will line up as well.
Oh, good.
And it will unleash a powerful market of people providing services for better teaching.
Stop. Wait a minute. It will unleash a powerful market for people looking to learn how to teach the children. And so what they're saying here is,
and also, by the way, how to market to these same children.
Right. So but Bill Gates is developing software that will be used in this. That's why he's investing all of this money, because Microsoft will be able to own and sell all of the software for this particular system. So they've really invested in let's get this system through, because look how much money we have. A powerful new market. Now, can you imagine saying that about anything else? Imagine if McDonald's said,
or Coke or Pepsi.
Yeah, we've got if we can just get this through, our charitable arm of Coca-Cola has put in all of this stuff in lunchrooms because it'll be good for the kids to get healthy, but it also will provide us a powerful new market.
This is an amazing
moment
of honesty from Gates, because normally he would sell this, I would think, in that I really believe in this because
I think he does.
Our kids will grow up to be better employees, and they'll be able to work at Microsoft, and we'll have more skilled, trained employees in the future. That's the way I'd be selling it if I'm investing $200 million.
But see,
he's talking about his market.
But that's even more evil, I think. That's even more evil. That is saying that
I don't
these
think people
corporations
mind a trained employee force.
Could we just look at that, though, for a second? Because on the surface, that does sound good. That, are they going to train for a job? Okay, you've got a corporation training people. Not by choice. If let's say the Glenn Beck School of Broadcast. If you want to come to the Glenn Beck School of Broadcast, you can come to the Glenn Beck School of Broadcast, and I'll teach your kids about history and everything else all the way up, and because it will provide great new reporters for the Blaze, great new filmmakers for the Blaze. That's great. That would be your choice. But if Glenn Beck was putting in all of this money and dumping it in because I say I'm going to have all these new trained workers and I'm going to help design the curriculum and everything else. If I and a group of other industrialists were all getting together and saying, let's do this because this is going to be good for us, that's evil.
Yeah, and that's
evil.
That's one of the aspects of this Common Core thing we haven't really talked about much, is that part of this plan is to pigeonhole the kids into a certain line
of work. By the time
they're going
they're
to decide by the time they're in junior high or something,
like
middle
sixth
school,
grade.
The plan is to know whether they're going to be a technician or a mechanic or
communism.
A doctor. Yeah,
it is communism.
And then you funnel them through that system and they're going to have very little choice in the matter. But he goes on a little bit more.
For the first time, there'll be a large uniform base of customers looking at using products that can help every kid learn and every teacher get better.
Stop.
Man,
so let's just translate. So this is great because it's going to help kids learn. But listen to me. There's going to be a long line of customers.
Uniform customers.
Yeah, uniform customers. So I just have to
creepy
make one product because nobody's going to get out of that product line.
Yeah, it's like saying if we make everybody vegetarian, so we can sell a lot more veggie burgers.
Right.
Well, yeah. I mean,
and I don't have to worry about veggie burgers and burgers.
Right.
And
I don't have to have all the different varieties.
I don't have to have varieties. Everybody's going to be uniform. So look at what we're doing here. And by the way, he starts at the beginning talking about how this is a state-run. No, it's not. Why is the UN involved in this? Why is the UN involved?
Yeah.
It's state-run. The governors have been convinced, they came up with this. No, they didn't. Don't you see, you governors, you've been played. Now, an honest governor will come out in an honest moment and reflect and say, gosh, was I played? How? Wait a minute. What? I mean, I have to tell you something. I was just talking to a friend of mine, and again, someday we will write a book and we'll tell you everything that has happened behind the scenes, but there are reasons why we don't say certain things because you're dealing with extraordinarily powerful, and dangerous people in today's world. And we tell you as much as we possibly can, and if we felt it was a danger to you, we would tell you. But I will tell you that there is a conversation that I had with one of my inner staff just this weekend. And I said, you remember this situation? They said, yes. And I said, we walked out thinking we won that. I think the other side walked out of that saying, we won that. Which one of us was playing the other? Which one of us was the better chess player here? And in an honest moment, a governor will sit back and say, well, wait a minute. I know that some of these things might have seemed to come with me, but who suggested that to me? Who was around me that was saying, hey, it'd be a good idea, and I kind of got up? Did it really come from me, or did it come from somebody around me, and how are they connected? Have I been played here? Because the answer is yes, you have been played. These governors are all taking ownership of this, and they didn't have anything to do with it. And they want to believe that they are changing everything for the better, and they are not. Governors, if you really want to know how you've been played, call me up. Call me up. I will show you off the air. You don't ever have to know. I will show you exactly how you're played, and I will show it going all the way back to Stuart Chase, the guy who coined the term the New Deal. I will show you how they have had this plan in the works. So how could it possibly be your idea? How could it possibly be your idea? It's insidious, and we are not dealing with flesh and bone. We are not dealing with that. We are dealing with evil. And there comes a time when you have to just say what it is. And it's evil. And if you want to look at it just from the standpoint of not manipulating our children with their data and everything else, just look at it, leftists, just look at it as gigantic corporations going in and controlling your children's future. Don't you want your child to be able to say, no, there's more to me than an employee of Microsoft. There's more to me than an employee of GE or an employee of Google. Maybe my kid wants to put Google and Microsoft out of business. There's more to me than just a worker for somebody else. I mean, it's incredible how we are enslaving ourselves and doing it so clearly. And everything the left has always said they're against, they're the one doing it. I mean, the right is involved, don't get me wrong, but they're the ones pushing it.